watching the mystical green beanie.
Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? I am the mystical green beanie, and as some of y'all are aware, I was making a video about my top 10 favorite comics of the past decade, and now I'm not, because I screwed up and deleted the video file. I mean, in theory, I could redo it because I still have the script, but I'm not going to. That was 3 months of me editing a 40-minute video, and ain't nobody got time for that. And if they do, they're a crazy person. Plus, there's just other stuff that I have opinions on and want to talk about and discuss with you guys. For example, Superman's crotch. Look at it! It's so vibrant and red and in your face because people keep drawing attention to it. But you know what else it is? It's a point of controversy within the Superman fanbase, because there's this never-ending debate regarding whether or not Superman should wear trunks. Yeah, this is going to be one of those videos. So, when it comes to this debate, there's the camp of people who think that Superman's trunks are iconic, and if you're in favor of them, then you're smarter and closer to God, I guess? Meanwhile, there's the other camp who thinks that they're outdated and make Superman look gay. And yes, I've had people say that to my face before, and no, I don't get it either. Now, for me personally, I don't mind the trunks. I think that Superman's costume is quintessential enough that it doesn't really need to be touched. But at the same time, I've seen designs of Superman's costume without the trunks that look really good. In fact, some of my favorite more recent Superman designs don't have trunks. But at the end of the day, I have this very simple philosophy regarding not just Superman, but superheroes as a whole. And it's that these characters will evolve and change over time because they're people, just like you and me. Like, the way I dress now is not the same way that I dressed back in high school, and the way that I dress now is probably not going to be the way I dress when I'm 30. And my style will probably change once again when I'm 50, because I'm constantly evolving and changing. And I reflect that in the way that I dress, just like everyone else. And I think that superheroes should be treated the same way, because even though these characters are larger-than-life, fictional creations that reflect what we as human beings idealize ourselves as, they're still reflections of us. And I feel like changing characters' costumes every so often is a good thing, because it reinforces this idea of evolution and personal growth, and it lets us know that these characters won't stagnate due to a personal refusal to change. Now, when it comes to Superman in particular, I think Superman is a special case in the sense that, for a lot of people, Superman represents a bygone era, and his costume visually reflects those old-timey 1930s values that he stands for. And this is a notion that I personally disagree with, because my rebuttal to that argument is that in claiming that Superman represents a bygone era, you're claiming that the values of honesty, integrity, and wanting to be a good person who just wants to be the best version of themselves is an antiquated concept. And if that's your personal philosophy, look, I'm not trying to tell anyone how to live their life, but I think your problems are a little deeper than having a hot take on a fictional character, and you should probably talk to someone. But yeah, I think that the core ideals for which Superman stands for are eternal, and it's the noble hero archetype, you know? I mean, for Christ's sakes, we have examples of that dating back 2,000 years, and it's probably not going to go away anytime soon. But I digress. So, long story short, I like the trunks on Superman. I think it's an iconic design, but I also don't think that we need to stay slave to them, because Superman is a character who is in a constant state of change, whether it be his family life as Clark Kent or his professional life as the Man of Tomorrow. This is a character who's ever evolving, and I think updating his costume to reflect those changes is somewhat necessary. But the reason we don't is because, much like with a lot of other American superheroes, a large portion of the audience just doesn't want him to change. And we tend to do this with fictional characters a lot. We'll crystallize them in a bubble of iconography and say that this is the ideal version of the character and making any changes to them are wrong. And again, I just don't agree with that notion, and I think that narrowing everything that Superman is and about to what he wears below the belt is pretty superficial, and is a disservice to the character regardless of what side of the debate you're on. But yeah, once again, I like the trunks, but I don't think we need to keep Superman in them. In fact, I think we should get away from that design. But what about you? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know down below in the comment section. Also, if you like this video, hit the like button, share, support the channel, and if you want to see more content like this, all you have to do is subscribe. I'm the Mystical Green Beanie. Thanks for watching, and as always, until next time, adios, nachos, adios.